Utah, the 11th seed, the designated home team of the Whites. The traveling black for UCF, the designated visiting team. UCF 16-15 overall. They've won 3 of their last 5 coming into the Big 12 tournament after a 7-game losing streak and the pull-up jumper by Niels Mahovsky.
Oh my.
The crossover. And missing at the rim. Keyshawn Hall attacking, but cleaned up by Mustafa Cham.
You know, another man who I think got shorted was Cham. I think Cham deserved to be on the first team the freshman of the year. No, the freshman of the year.
Okay.
I think he was definitely should have been on that freshman of the year team.
First points for Utah coming from the Mongolian shark, Mike Sharif-Jones. And UCF, hot start continues. Austin Lovering darts to the basket, recovers after fumbling, and banks it in.
That's a great pass right there. He puts it in a spot where only Lovering can get the ball, and he goes up and scores. Great dime.
Josh Eilert, who was the interim coach at West Virginia previously, so he has some experience in this role. Sharif-Jones transition 3, and the offensive rebound. Lovering on a putback for Utah. Transition 3 way off for Niels Mahovsky, and it's pulled down by Utah, and here comes Mike Sharif-Jones.
When we talk about their height, it can also be a disadvantage because when the game last time these teams matched up, and they really couldn't stay in front of anybody, but Sharif-Jones right there.
Proud sponsor of Big 12 basketball. Gabe Madsen tried to get free. And the all-time three-point leader in Utah history. Air balls, but kept alive by the Utes. And it's now 12-7.
And we're seeing UCF right now settle for long threes because they cannot get anything towards the rim due to the help defense. And oh my goodness, we see another one right there. Showing their vision. Take a look at this. These young men drop dimes and make it look. He has to find ways to get into the lane and create offense for others like he did earlier on.
Benny Williams on a step through ends the drought for UCF.
That's tough.
But the way Dawes has started this game, he has stepped right in, and Utah's not missed a beat as Darius Johnson nails a 3. Here's a 3. And a stroke, Mustafa Cham, who's a 30% three-point shooter. So he enrolled at UCF a year early. Off of that 3, the offensive rebound, and the putback, Tyler Hendricks.
I mean, for him to be the age that he is, give this young man a year or 2. Let him put on a little bit of weight. He is going to be a problem in the Big 12.
That one spins out, but Keanu Dawes a problem for UCF in this one.
Is inexcusable, and he should have been on there. And I can give you a few names of who shouldn't been, who he could have replaced, but he should have been on there.
Well, it's the tournament at the end of the year. I got to empty it. Turnover by Utah. Here comes UCF and Jordan Ivy Curry. Pull up 3 in transition. Rattles for Tyler Hendricks.
Get in transition, get stops, get out in transition. Good defense leads to easy offense. And if you can get an open transition through Curry too, same thing. None of their guys have gotten going, and they're still barely losing, and that's a big shot by Curry.
18 today. I've got another adult at my house.
Wow, how does that make you feel?
Old. Keanu Dawes!
You're not old, Roxy. Once again, you're only as old as you feel. I know you feel good. You sound good.
And
you look good.
Next year, she might be at a Big 12 school. She's looking at TCU. She got accepted there. Colorado, Arizona, ASU.
Oh.
Yeah, she's got options.
Yeah,
Speaking of options, Jordan Ivy Curry, a great option for Johnny Dawkins.
Offensively, they've been solid, but defensively, they've been really, really good. And Ivy Curry starting to heat up. And what was your vertical, Rocky?
Hunter Erickson, the first 3 for Utah.
Let's get over my question.
Maybe over a book. And I said that maybe. Minute left in the half. Way off is Darius Johnson. But UCF grabs an offensive rebound. The elbow jumper from the 7-2, Mustafa Chong.
He just has such great touch.
Final game of the day, day one. Keyshawn Hall. Three! That'll take us to halftime, and a huge lift for UCF going to the locker room. Shot clock winding down on UCF to the basket, and the lay-in Darius Johnson, and the first lead for UCF since it was 7-6.
And that's the dribble penetration right there that we talked about early on. One-on-one, you have to be able to stay in front of the basketball and rely on your team defense if you get beat. But Utah allowing Darius Johnson to get wherever he wants.
Mike Sharp jumps the pull-up jumper, perusing the floor.
And they're going under every single ball screen because they're not known as shooters.
Baseline jumper, Keyshawn Hall for UCF.
That corner three at the end of the first half, I think it got Keyshawn Hall going. Let's see his aggression. Let's see how he comes out.
Balanced scoring for the Knights. Keanu Dawes had a huge first half, swatted by Mustafa Chong. Transition for the Knights. Three, on the way, Jordan Ivy Curry.
It's over, and when you're able to get stops and clog the lane, that allows you to get easy offense in transition.
Here's Darius Johnson inside and finishing. Mustafa Chong for UCF. And UCF already this year has 5 wins when coming back from a double-digit deficit as Keyshawn Hall glides in.
The guard, look at the crossover, look at the one dribble explosion to the...
Hero Little in transition. Little to the basket, and he had a shot blocked. Back the other way, bucket hanging, Keyshawn Hall.
That was such great defense on the other side by Darius Johnson. The penetration for UCF, the guard's ability to create offense off of the bounce is on full display.
Much needed for Utah. Zach Keller stops the bleeding for the time being with an and one as he converts down low. And it's running things from when Craig Smith was coaching his team. Rotation's a little bit different as Darius Johnson gets to the bucket for UCF.
Stop at a time. It starts on the defensive side. Don't worry about your shots, but you have to continuously get stops on defense like we just saw.
Chong missed at the rim, and Utah comes away with it. Hero Little transition.
Getting his hand on the ball, and his last name is Little, but that's a big shot.
And a steal, Darius Johnson with the quick hands. And Johnson glides in.
And that's what he does. I mean, we talk about his offense all the time, but Darius Johnson could have easily been a candidate for all defensive Big 12 team with the way that he guards and the way that he gets in the passing lane.
Zach Keller denied by Mustafa Chong. Chong down low, takes the body and one. Foul on Zach Keller. A response.
And this is just good defense. The guards being active on the top of that zone in the pick and roll. Keyshawn Hall drops it off to Chom. Chom gets the angle.
And a steal by Neil Spahovsky. And a 4-on-2 for UCF. Powering his way to the basket. 20 for Keyshawn Hall.
And you see the strength right there by Keyshawn Hall. Getting the defender out of the way.
10-0 run for UCF after Utah cut it to 9. And the putback, Keanu Dawes. Gabe Madsen, 3. His first made field goal of the night. Them to get back into the game. Gabe Madsen gets free. And he's hit back-to-back threes. And if he gets going, he can bring Utah back. Johnny and Kelvin Johnson since they were in grade school, elementary school, playing against each other. The interior passing, and Keanu Dawes, the flush.
The way that Josh Reed is able to give them a lift, a boost on the offensive side, if he can do that tomorrow, I think they have a really good chance to beat Iowa State.
Lawson Lovering over the top, but the hustle from the Knights and a fresh 20. Mahovsky again, wide open, free. Throws his hands up, about time. Darius Johnson into the lane. Johnson to the bucket. 20 for Johnson tonight. The Big 12 Men's Basketball Championship. Tremendous second half, though, for Johnny Dawkins and UCF.
It was the defense that